Good morning, Year 6. Happy Monday, another week. This video focusing then on negative numbers, which is revision, and a mixed assessment, which both are on My Maths. Some of you have got a few pieces to catch up on from last week, and are at the risk of falling behind. I have sent you a message on eSchools, and I will have to phone parents if we don't catch up. Remember, please, you are off to secondary in September, so my job at the moment is to get you prepared as much as we can for secondary, whether we return to school or not. So it's in your best interest to make sure you are keeping up and completing the maths work that I am setting you. Okay, so I look forward to you catching up this week, please. Now, first thing, negative numbers in context. You will be really good at this. We've done it before. Obviously, you know numbers below zero are negative. And as you move further away from zero, so going down the scale here, or could be represented going down like that, you know that they are getting colder, they are getting smaller. So minus 10 is, in fact, smaller than minus 3. Okay, and obviously the crocodile would eat a bigger number, and we know that this number is warmer and this number is colder. Okay, hence the crocodile is eating the minus 3, because I'd rather my bank account, well, I wouldn't want it to be negative at all, but to have minus £3 than minus £10, because I would have more, less of a debt for minus 3 compared to minus £10. Okay, and again, obviously, these types of questions, you would use a number line to make it nice and easy for yourself. So if I'm at minus 5 and I'm adding 18, well, I'm going to go up the scale to get there. The difference between 5 and 18 is 13, so I'm pretty sure I should end up at 13. Okay, and obviously you could count 18 steps up the scale, but you know, to get, I'm doing a jump of, I'm at minus 5, doing a jump of 18. To get to 0, I jump 5, and then how many more do I need to jump? Well, I do need to jump 13 more, and 0 add 13 is 13. I remember beginning of year 5 when we did negative numbers, we spent 2 or 3 weeks on negative numbers because you lot really couldn't get your head around it, and now the fact that you can do it like that shows how much you have progressed. Okay, so this is just a revision. Next one, 6 take away 15. Well, again, you can do a number line. You're at 6, you're jumping back 15, you know zero's here, we want to work out where we get to, so take away 6. And then what more do you need to take away? Well, 15 take away 6 is 9 more, so you end up at minus 9. Now here you will see we're doing 12 take away negative 4. 12 take away negative 4, and you've got this sign. And what they can end up doing is they can end up, and I'm not sure if it's going to let me do this, but these two negatives here, no, it's not, can end up becoming a positive. So that one flips around and goes on top there and it becomes a positive. So what you end up having, two negatives to make a positive, is you end up having 12 add 4, which is 16. Okay, because two negatives make a positive, and it'll be the same if it was minus 5 minus 9. Two negatives together, they become a positive, so you end up doing minus 5 add 9. Okay, and then finally minus 17 add 21, same procedure as we've been doing down here. Okay, and then a couple of questions based on a table. If the temperature in Calgary rose by 8, what would it be? Well, here it is. Here it's minus 22, rises by 8, nice and straightforward. You'll be absolutely fine with that. Minus 22, we are adding 8. Remember, it's going to go minus 21, minus 20, minus 19, etc. But this will all be really straightforward for you. And if the temperature in Paris fell by 18, what would it be? Well, Paris is 16. The difference between 16 and 16 take away 18 would leave you at negative 2, wouldn't it? So the temperature would be negative 2 degrees C. A huge difference. Obviously going below 0 here, so it'd be freezing, literally. Now, then your mixed assessments, which is again just revisiting, it's 4 questions or 4 pages worth of questions on things we have done, ordering the following sets of numbers, which includes negative numbers, I'm pretty sure we did this when we used a whiteboard and we held the whiteboards up and we moved each other around depending on the negative numbers. Might have been year 5 we did that, or possibly year 6 as well. You need to drag the number into the correct space. Remember, the crocodile eats the bigger number, so this will be the smallest and this will be the largest as you go through. Then we've got here finding the difference. Remember, if we want the difference, you put -18, you put 32, 0 in the middle, do your jumps. Most of you won't even need to do a number line for those. This one's slightly trickier because you've got a quarter and you've got an eighth, and you need to find the difference. The way that I would do that is I would convert to decimal. Okay, so obviously we know that's 0.25 and that's 0.125 to enable you to find the difference between those. Okay, pretty straightforward, but then it does want it back as a fraction. So I'll leave you to have a think about that one. That was quite a tricky question. Question 2, so question 1 is focusing on negative numbers. Question 2 is a focus on ratio. So a bag contains red, green, that's not green, and blue balls in the ratio of 3 to 4 to 2. So there's 3 red for every 4 green for every 5, sorry, not sure where 2 came from, 3 to 4 to 5. If there are 48 green, how many balls are there in the bag? So if there are 48 greens, we know this number here is 48. How many are in the bag? Well, we need to work out what each one share is then, and I can't do 5 add 4 add 3 for this. Okay, it doesn't work because we don't know the total number in the bag, we only know the green. So if I know that there are 48 green and there are 4 shares of green, I'm going to do 48 divided by 4, which is 12. So I know that each share is 12, and that's the same across the board. Okay, so I know that there would be, if one of those is 12, there's 36 there and 60 blue. Okay, and then obviously I would add those together to get my total. And then how many red balls are there if there are 84 balls in total? Well, now I need to do red to green to blue. We know that there are 84 in total, and it's 3 to 4 to 5. Well, if I know that there are 84 in total, 5 add 4 is 9, add 3 is 12. So I'm going to do 84 divided by 12, which is 7. Okay, so I know that each one share is 7 balls, so there would be timesing by 7 for each of these. 7 times 4 is 28, and 5 times by 7 is 35. That would give me my number of red, green and blue. Okay, so a little revision there on ratio. Question 3 is a focus on fractions, decimals and percentages. You know you can't compare those. You need to either make them a decimal percentage or the denominators the same. Easiest way for this type of question is going to be to make the denominators the same. So find the lowest common multiple of 24, 16, 48 and 8. I think you'll find it is 48 in this case. And then you simply drag them into the correct place. But remember, the crocodile is going that way, so that's going to be the largest and that is going to be the smallest. And then here you just need to make these equivalent, which is fairly straightforward. And then you've got some questions which involve angles. Question 4, this is a quadrilateral. This is also a quadrilateral. They're not all quadrilaterals, but we've specifically got some key information here in the fact that we've got identical side lengths. So this would be, it could look like a diamond, okay, but it's obviously the mathematical name of the diamond is a rhombus. And because of that, these two angles are the same because of the same side lengths going down here. So this is 33, and because of that, these two angles here are the same. So we know that there are 360 degrees inside a four-sided shape, quadrilateral. I know that these two angles sum to 66, so I would take away 66 from there. Can't do 0, take 6, that's a 5. So that's 4, can't take 5 from 6, so that's 2. 15 takes 6 is 9. So that leaves me with 294 degrees, and then so this one and this one are 294 together, so if 2x is equal to 294 degrees, I'm now calling that x by the way, then x on its own is going to be 294 divided by 2. Okay, and I can do a quick bus stop for that to see what I get. 294 divided by 2. I know it's going to be less than 150. How many 2's in 2? 1. How many 2's in 9? 4 with 1, so it's 147 degrees for those. So I put 147 in there. And then here it wants to know the missing angles. Well, this is a parallelogram because that side, these two are parallel and these two are parallel. Remember, Robbie, parallel lines never meet. Don't get confused with perpendicular. Perpendicular meets at 90 degrees. So this is not perpendicular sides, they're clearly not right angles. But because these are the same length, because it is a parallelogram, it means that these two angles here are the same and these two angles here are the same. These two are obtuse and these two are acute. Okay, so I know that this then is 119 here, so I would do 119 times by 2, which is 238 degrees. I would take 238 from 360 because that's going to leave me with my two blue angles here. Okay, so subtract those away. 5, that's a 2, 5 takes 2, 122, which means that if I split 122 in half, well, half of 100 is 50, half of 22 is 11, add those together I get 61, so I know that each of these blue angles are 61 degrees. Okay, so a quick whistle stop tour again of angles. So you've got 2 pieces of My Maths due by Wednesday. It's important you get them done, and if you have any outstanding ones to do, you need to do those as well. Negative numbers in context and mixed assessment number 1. Have a wonderful few days. The next video will be on Wednesday, and hopefully see you all soon.